we will start with James Hand.
Hey, Luke, how are you?
Good, James. You?
Good. Hey, you've been going with the same group to close out most of the close games. What is it about that five with what is it? Fox, Halliburton, Heald, Barnes, and Holmes that really stands out to you?
Well, they're having success playing together, and they're complementing each other very nicely, right? Whether it's De'Aaron being an aggressive scorer or creating for others, Ty being a secondary playmaker and, showing the ability to knock down big shots. Harrison being the guy that if we like a switch mismatch, we can look to play a little ISO ball and get, 1-3 pick and rolls going, or a peel out shooter at the 4 spot. And then Rashawn is just, since we've had him, he's, going back to last season, like he finds a way to make winning plays. Just going back to last game alone, the Boston game, the block shot he had that looked like it was going to be a big time dunk by them. The offensive rebound he gets and tips it in and gets an and one. And he's, one of our better free throw shooters. So it's just that group has really complemented each other nicely. They're playing with a good confidence. I left Buddy out too. Obviously, Buddy's the guy that no other team wants to ever leave. So just the threat of him being out there hitting shots or not is creating space for us. And we all know that, he's capable of hitting, hitting a bunch of threes and helping us win with that.
Is there something that Harrison does specifically at the 4 that you like?
Yeah, there's a lot that he does, right? So he's playing really well at the 3 and the 4. We kind of switch up our play calling depending where he's at. When he's at the 3, we run more of those DHOs out of the corner for him. When he's at the 4, we put him in more of the pick and rolls. We have him peeling out. We have him and De'Aaron playing that little 2-man game a lot. So you either get the switch or you get the quick peel out. And, when he's at the 4, there's just that much more space on the floor for him to look to take advantage of things. So we really like the way he's playing at both positions. But, right now, closing out games, it just feels like that space and that group has found a really nice rhythm together.
Hey, Coach, how's it going, man? The schedule's a little weird. You have that 2 p.m. start tomorrow, the noon start on Sunday in a different city. Obviously, it's a schedule. You guys got to play the games. But what are some of the challenges with all the testing that you guys have to do in the morning for that quick turnaround? Like, what are some of the challenges you guys face?
Yeah, it just, again, it goes back to, look, like you said, that's what the schedule is. We accept it. Don't let it, don't let it fog our minds. We got 2 really good teams. We got to be focused and locked on where our game plan is. Don't get caught up in the fact. I think the players have to come back tonight and test after 11 p.m. is, I think, what the rule is, to be ready for tomorrow's game. And then it's going to be funky again. The only advantage of being at the hotel on the road for the next one is it's easy to just get down to the lobby of the hotel. But there's some, it's not ideal, but it is what it is. And we have to find a way to make it work.
And then in terms of some of the numbers, I think the last 6 games, obviously you guys are playing some pretty good basketball. Your top 10 in offensive rating and defensive rating, specifically the defense. What's been like the biggest difference to you since the stretch where you guys were giving up like 120 every night?
I think it's been more of a the group slowly getting better and us finally kind of figuring some things out as a group. We're doing a much better job of guarding the ball individually. We're doing a much better job of being really like locked into who we're playing and tendencies of other teams' players. I think that we've made a big jump with that. I think getting Hassan back helps a lot. He kind of gives us somebody that can kind of be a steady force in protecting our paint. So a little bit of those things, but I'd say, guarding the ball and really getting a better understanding of what we're trying to accomplish defensively and the tendencies of other teams' players have kind of led to us turning our defense around.
Hey, Luke, when you guys had Denver pretty early already in the season, but they seem to have kind of put some things together. Do they appear much different from when you saw them earlier on?
Yeah, they're a very good team. I think, I think part of their adjustment has been their second unit. That team's had a lot of continuity together, and they still have that with their starters. But going into this season, I feel like, losing Plumlee, losing Grant, losing Craig. These guys were big parts of that team. So I think part of their adjustment and where they're better at now is that they've had some time together. And, obviously everything's still going to run through Jokic and Murray and those are some great players to build it around. But it takes time when you make those type of, when you either lose pieces or add pieces that Denver has. But yeah, they're playing at a higher level now.
And, you guys play obviously on Super Bowl Sunday. I was wondering if you guys even will be able to watch the game. Are you guys going to be traveling after? And do you want to pick a winner for us?
Yeah. Kansas City by 3.
There we go.
We will be traveling back home after the game. If we were flying from further away, we'd probably, look to get a room somewhere and watch it as a team and then fly home. But with the short flight, we'll be in the air as the game's going on.
Hello, Coach. In the last 10 days, you have 4 wins and 1 loss against the Miami Heat in the last shot. What aspects of your game do you feel working better in the last 10 days, and how could you describe the facilitating of De'Aaron Fox in the last 5 games?
Yeah, our defense has been much better. Our offensive execution has been pretty good. The turnovers are still, still one of the top priorities we have to clean up. Our spacing is still something that needs to get a lot better as far as keeping our corners filled more often. De'Aaron over the last 5 games or whatever it's been is really elevated his play as far as being a playmaker and a scorer when the team really needs him to score. So it's those are what you're looking for as a team, as a coaching staff, for as the season's moving forward. Those are kind of the things you want to see getting better. So we're pleased with all that.
And also, you mentioned Super Bowl before. Is Patrick Mahomes or Tom Brady's career success is a kind of an example for the young group that you have in Sacramento?
Yeah, I think greatness transcends every sport. And, you got a bunch of football fans on our team, and you look at somebody like Tom Brady, LeBron James in our game, someone that just really takes care of themselves, masters their craft, and never gets satisfied with winning. I think those are great examples to look up to. And then you look at the young upcomer, Mahomes, and what he's already accomplished and what's possible even for individuals as young players. So, we got guys that'll be tuned in and excited to see who wins that game.
Jason Jones. Hey, Luke. How you doing?
Jason.
Just throughout your career, whether player or coach, you've been in situations where the group that starts isn't necessarily finished, whether it was when you were playing where maybe Andrew sat for Lamar, Golden State, where maybe Bogut sat later in games. what's the process of keeping that other starter, maybe in your case, Marvin, engaged, understand that that's not necessarily a knock on him, but you still need him or that other starter engaged in those cases?
Yeah, the team's the most important thing, in that we're all in this together and we're trying to accomplish something. We're trying to, we're trying to win. We're trying to, everyone's going to help. And at different times, that's going to be different people. But look, it's basketball's a team sport, so everyone's got has to be bought in and giving everything they can, and then it's up to the coaches to decide who's going to play, when, and how much. And that's, when you embrace that and accept that, you get a team that's, gives themselves a chance to succeed.
And over the last week or so, where you guys have had more practice time, did you and the staff did you tweak anything, or was it just more about drilling home what you'd already tried to establish in camp and fine tuning those things?
Yeah, I mean, there's always little tweaks happening, Jason, but the majority of what it's been is trying to fine tune. And again, like I said, offensively, continue to clean up our spacing, continue to really knock home on on the turnover issue, clean up some of the execution on the plays we're running, the angles we want things set at, the pace we want certain things ran with, offensively, and then defensively, just getting more reps at the type of coverage that we want to use as our base defense.
Hi, Luke. How you doing today?
Good, Jason.
Good. Hey, so we've heard De'Aaron and LeBron both kind of voice their objections to having the All-Star game in Atlanta. You know them both. Do these guys know that the famous Magic City chicken wings are only a mile away from the arena there in Atlanta? And seriously, do you have any concerns about moving forward with the plan for the game?
Yeah, no, I mean, I have concern all the time. It's, even whether it's All-Star game or us traveling to, this next East Coast road trip when we're in New York for 4 days, and it's, there's a pandemic going around, and we're trying, we're doing everything we can to stay safe, but we've seen how many teams it's already hit. So I'm always concerned. I know that the NBA does a great job in trying to keep everything as safe as possible, but the concern is always there. But we're trying to, and doing a pretty good job of playing an NBA season right now through it. So yeah, I mean, we'll see how it plays out, but whether there's All-Star game or not, yes, I am concerned and will continue to be concerned, and want our players to continue to be as responsible for themselves and each other as possible.
Okay. And, there was some reporting today about concerns around the league about the vaccine amongst players in particular, and some coaches as well, I think. I know you've talked about that. You've said you plan to get it, even though you're not big on vaccines. Any just fresh thoughts on that, or, what are you hearing from the players and people around you behind the scenes?
Yeah, no, we have a meeting set up with the NBA for within the next week or two that they're going to fill us in on all that stuff. So obviously everyone hears rumors, but I try not to listen to too many rumors. So I don't have anything to give you right now, Jason, but we do have a meeting on the books with the NBA to find out more about it. Besides that, for me personally, nothing has changed. If it was offered, I would go get it.